Hello traders. Let us now take a look at what are the support resistance areas that we are looking at for tomorrow and what is the plan. So if you see that the monthly bar has again turned into a doji, it came down below the June high of 55.88 and we are back to the open of the month. So now we have to see if the 7.5 area holds and the bears are starting to come down. The next level on the monthly chart is that the price will come to the 5557 area. Below that we will come to this gap between 55.34 and 55.23. If we break this down, then we can come down here to the 5435 area. Once again, the next area of support will be this 5371 to 73 area, and subsequently we can come down, right? But then it all depends whether we are holding this 75 to the downside, or we get back above this 88 line again and try to get above the 5600, get to the 5615 and cross above. So we will look at those support and resistance areas once we go to the lower time frames. As of now, there are no changes that are required on the monthly chart. So let us go over to the weekly chart at this point. Looking at the weekly chart at this point, we have an engulfing bar to the downside. The high of this particular bar is above the previous week. The low of this particular bar is below the previous week. Now, this was the breakout area that we had, right? We can still be in the TR and we can bounce from here and go back to 55.15, then get rejected from there again and come down, right? So we can be in a TR for tomorrow and the day after as well. Tomorrow morning, we will see that whether we can break down this area, especially if we are breaking down this 55.53 area below. There is a good chance that we will come to this 55.34. Now, if you remember, 55.33 was also the area that we were looking at on the previous chart as well, on the monthly chart. So this will be a very important level where price may find support. If we keep on coming down, then we can see these areas at 5520 followed by 5511. So again, the same drill follows, right? 11, 15, 13, all those areas were support for us, and then we can come down here. This is the weekly micro gap breakout that we had here. This was the bearish micro gap that we had, and we broke out here at 5503. That may be another target that the bears might have. Now, as of last week, our range was 179 points on the weekly chart, and now we are down at 150 points. So if we want to make it 179 points at this point of time, then the price will actually try to come down and hit these areas at the bottom, which will go beyond this 5495 area. So basically what we are looking at is the 50% of this bar. So I will actually mark the 50% of this bar right here. I will mark the 50% of this bar right here, 5467, and then if we actually try to measure it from the top to this here, we get around 200 points. So even if we do not come to 5467, this 5484 to 87 area is highly possible to complete that 179 points down to the downside. We have 2 more days left in the week, so it is highly possible that if the bears are serious and they can bring this down below this breakout area at 55.53, then we can actually continue to sell off and get to those targets by the end of Friday. Now on the upside again, we'll have to get over this 84-85 area, get above this box at 5600, and then we will see if we can get to this 5615 level again. And if we are breaking above this, then we will come to this 5630, and then we can try to hit this 5650 area or the 49 area once again, and then we will see whether we are getting rejection there, or bulls are strong enough to take the price higher, and we can get to that 65 and to the higher levels at 5682 once again. Now, looking at the daily chart, you can see that we have broken down the low of the mother bar that we had, and we are continuing to come down. Now we will have to see whether we are holding the 7.5 area. If we get above the 7.580 area, we may travel back to the 9.6 to the 5600 area again, and then if we start going up, we can get to 5609, 5620, the 1.5 area, and then we can continue up to the 5630 and to the high of today, right? But then we have to see a strong support that is happening here, and we have to see multiple bars that are going in this direction, because at this point of time we have broken down most of the support areas and we are still continuing to come to the downside. One more thing that you will notice is that there is the 20 EMA here. So even if the price comes down to this bottom, there is a chance that this 5553 area, which we were looking at the weekly chart as well, will provide a good support. Now if we keep coming down below this, then we can look at these areas at 5537 to the 5527 area, and then we had this resistance lines here which got broken out, that is at 5516, and then we will come down to 5500, and then we will see whether we are breaking down further and getting to those levels that we saw on the monthly and the weekly chart to the downside. However, this was the breakout area that we had. We broke out of this, we created a TR, and we came almost close to the EMA. Now, as I was saying yesterday, that we are having a tight trading range on the daily chart, and once we break down these levels, which was at 5630 and 5624, once we break down these levels, we will come down further. And now we will have to see whether we are keeping this gap to the EMA open, and then we start going up again, or we get rejected around the 5600 or the 5615 area once again, or also at the 5620 area where we went up finally today. If we are getting rejected in those areas, and we are printing strong bear bars, that will be an indication that the price wants to come back down again. Also, I will keep in mind this particular line, which is the midpoint of today, which happens to be at 5612. Again, we will have to see that even if we go above 5612 and if we break it down immediately, then that may signal a false breakout to the upside, and we may start coming down from there once again. Now on the 4-hour chart, you will see we had the first leg down, we had the second leg down, we had the third leg down here, and then the fourth leg down came down, right? And now if we are able to hold this area, the 80 area or the 75 area from here, there is a good chance that the price will start keep on coming down. However, if we get back inside this wedge line again, if we get back above this 94 to 96 area, then there is a good possibility that we will come and test this 5611. This was the breakout line that we had. We broke it down, we went back above, we tried to retest it, but we failed and we came back down again. Now we will have to see first of all that we are breaking above this 5594 area. Only then we will be able to get up to these levels on the upside. The first target can be this breakout retest area again, 5611. If we go above that, we come to this 5615 and the 21 regions once again. If we keep on going above that, then we will come back to this 5630 to the 33 area, and then we can see the 563940 again. If we cross above this, we come back to 5650 and then go back up again. Now if I want to do a 1:1 of this bear leg, you see that this bear leg is already done the 1:1 at 5574. It went back down further and we came back into the range again. But now we will have to see how the next couple of 4-hour bars overnight behaves, and whether we are creating a signal to go up again, and based on that we can decide which direction the market is going. But if you look at this particular line, I need price to be above this particular line to believe that the price wants to go back up again. Otherwise, if we come and break down the 7573 area once more, and that happens during the RTH hours, we will see that the price will come down to the 5561 level, which is the ETH low, and below that we can get to this 5557, 5553. This is again the daily EMA. I will mark this as the daily EMA here. And then beyond that we can come down to the 5543 levels, and then to this 4-hour double top breakdown area at 5540, and then we will see where the price can go. I missed talking about the ATR on the daily chart, so let us quickly take a look at that. Now, if you look at the average ATR here right now, we are again at 60 points. So if we are coming down from the top of this particular candle, if we want to come down 60 points, we will be somewhere in this particular green box, which is at the 5527 area, and that means we have actually broken down the 5554, the 20 EMA on the daily, and we keep coming down to get the 60 point in this particular green box. However, if price wants to go back up from the low that we created today, then our 50 points is back to somewhere at this 5621 level, and once we come there, we can again create a small trading range up there, or we will see that there are strong candles which are coming back down again, and then we will be convinced that there is a different TR that is getting created between this 5570 and the 5620 areas. Now coming back to the 4-hour chart, if we get above this 5621 line, we still have to be careful that we are getting above this particular trend line that we have. If we are getting rejected from there, from this 27 to the 21 area, then price will start coming down again and may print another leg on the 4-hour chart. But if we can get above this particular trend line, we will pretty sure come to this 5640 area, the 5650 area, and then keep going up to the 5665 and higher if the bulls are strong enough. Now, one more thing to look at on the 4-hour chart is that if we are creating a tight trading range in this area, we are far away from the EMA, then there is a possibility that we can go and touch the EMA wherever that is at that point. Right now it is between the 2-1 to the 2-7 box, but so we need to keep an eye on the EMA in the morning and see if we are in a TTR at this point, then there is a chance that we can go and hit the EMA. We will have to see at what point the EMA stands when we are back in the market in the morning. And if we are going and touching the EMA and then reversing from there, there is a possibility that we will be coming down back again. So basically till this point of time, we have to see that if we get above this 9-4 area, if we get above this 9-4 area, we can come to the 5600. Above 5600, we will come back to the 5612 to 15, above which we will come to this 21 to 27 area. And if we keep going up, then we will see the 38 to 40, the 50 and the subsequent levels on the higher side. Let us take a look at the hourly chart right now. We were hoping that the breakout of this wedge will make the market go up once we get above this 5650 area, but that actually failed and we broke down this area again. We came inside this triangle and we broke down the triangle to the downside. So if you're counting the legs here, this is the first leg down, this was the second leg down, we went back up here, this was the third leg down, so that was the wedge that got created. Now we are having the first leg up and this was the high one that got created, and then we came down completely and created a new low. Now we are trying to get back up. If you see that we are somewhere here in this area in the morning, the 1-hour EMA is currently at the 5615, 5613 area, so it is possible that we are back to these areas again, and we will have to see if we cross above this hourly EMA, we will get to this line and finally to this 5638 to the 40 area, or we can get rejected in the 34 or the 35 area as well. But if we get above this, there is a micro gap there as well, which the price may also want to visit. But if we get above this particular area, we will get to this 5646 to the 5650 area, and then we know what are the different levels that we will be targeting on the upside. But before anything happens on the hourly chart, again, it is really important that we get above this 5600 or the 5601.75 line. That is the 200 EMA that we have. We broke the 200 EMA on the hourly chart, we went back up again, and then we finally failed, created a new low. Now we'll have to see till what price can move up. And now if we see that the whole thing is the TR from the 61 to this 19.5 area or the 21.75 area, actually we get above this line, then the 1:1 can happen in the 5680 areas. But again, this 38 to 40 area and then the 46 to the 50 area will be very good resistances, but if the bulls are strong enough, they can easily bring it up back again. On the downside, we will have to see that whether we are breaking down this 6-7 area. Again, we are breaking down this ETH low. If we are breaking down this ETH low, we will come down to this 551 area. There is another micro gap that we have on the hourly chart. If we keep coming down from here, that means we are below the EMA at this point on the daily chart. Now if we break down the EMA at the 53 area, we come down to this 45 and then go back up again and close above this 60, then we may have a couple of more legs to the upside. We will have to make sure that we are looking at what wedge formations are happening. If I look at a bigger picture, there's the first leg, there's the second leg, there's the third leg, this is the fourth leg that we had on the hourly chart. If we consider that this can be the final flag, we dropped below it, we did not close below it. Now if we get above here, either we will form a TR or we will try to do the 1:1 and get back to the 5670 once again. The reason that I am rooting for the bulls again to get back here, because we did not hold below the 5575 line, which was the open of the month. So if we keep going up back here, then there's a good chance that those monthly bulls actually want to close the market on a high note. And the Nvidia ER was also good today, so we had a drop in the market after the ER, but I am hoping that tomorrow morning it will pick it up. And if the bulls in Nvidia are taking up the lead to take the market up, ES will also also definitely move up along with that tomorrow. Now, looking at the RTA chart, the price is somewhere here at the 5581 area. We need to see that we are coming up above this 89 line. If we get above this 89 line, then the next resistance area will be at this double bottom area, which is at 5599 or the 5600 areas. Above that, we have the RTH double top area that is there, and if we can get above this 5607, we will come to this 5616 line, or the 5615 line is more apt here. Above this, we can come to this 21 to the 27 area like we were seeing, and then we can come to this 5640 to the 38 area where we were having the consolidation. So it is highly possible that we can come back here in the morning and then get rejected from here. But if we can manage to get above this 40.75, this whole TTR, and we manage to get above this high of today, which is at the 44.45 area, then we can easily get to this 56.50, and then subsequently to this 56.60, 64 to the 70 area, and then comes our 74 to the 78 resistance, above which we will get to this 5685, 92, 9705, and subsequently these areas at the top. On the downside, if we are breaking down this 5575 line once again, we can come and revisit this box at 5561. If we are breaking down this box again, we will come somewhere near the 5552 area. This will be very important, as this is where the daily EMA is. I will put down that here as well, that this is where the daily EMA is standing at this point. And if we are breaking down from here, then we will come to this 5546 or this 5530 area, and subsequently the 25 to the 26, again the 5513, 5492, all these areas will become areas of support at that point of time, and we will have to be careful to see where the price is reversing. If you see continuous 3-4 bars in the same direction, in the bullish direction, you can expect that there will be another couple of legs to the upside. So that is all I have for now. In the description below, you will find the link to the Google Meet to the pre-market plan that we do every morning at 8:45 a.m. EST. Along with that, you will also find the links to all these charts that we are discussing. You will also find the link to our free Discord server as well as the Facebook page, and you are very welcome to join there. If you're liking these videos, if you like the content and these are actually helping you out, please like, share, comment on the video, subscribe to the channel, and click on the notification icon. And I'll see you guys again tomorrow morning at 8:45 a.m. EST. Have a great night, everyone. Bye.